tracking, let's take you to Kajiado County, where we have our reporter Julie Owino covering for us some interesting developments around poultry farming. And let's bring her in. Over to you, Julie. What is the latest from where you are? Paint for us a picture.
Good afternoon to you too, Abby. Currently we are at Kenchic Farm in Mlolongo, and it's just amazing to see how much people are interested to invest in poultry farming. This actually seems to be the new business, more than the beef and all the other kinds of business involving meat. And guys just seem interested in poultry farming. And today, here at Kenchic Farm, we have them who have launched a new breed of chicken. Kenchic chicken, which is called Kenbro. You can actually see from my end, we have the young chicks who are supposed to be transported back, and also you can see the activities happening here. We have quite a big number of people who are enjoying doing their work. And maybe if I can ask one of them, how long have they been doing this business? How do they find it? Excuse me, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Tell us, how long have you been doing this business?
I've been here for 7 months. Yeah, the business is good, the going is good, and we love working for this company.
Okay, how is it about? How does it go around starting a poultry farm or being engaged in poultry business?
Actually, engaging in poultry business is quite an interesting activity, economic activity. First, we have to go for the setting, egg setting, and then we go to processing, whereby we pull the chicks. As you can see from behind, the guys are pulling the chicks, and then we do the grading from here, which is then vaccinated and ready for dispatch. Yeah. That's all I can say about hatchery.
Okay, do you mind telling us the process of what's actually happening right now?
What's happening right now behind me is pulling the chicks. We get the chicks from the machine, then they pull it down to the pulling table where it is being graded. Chick grading is done there, and then from there it's being vaccinated. After vaccination, it's ready for dispatch according to the placement that we have. Yes.
Okay. What gender are they? Are they male or female, or it's certain kind of specific gender?
These are broilers. We are dealing with broilers here, and the layers are the other side of the room.
How can you tell the difference
between a layer and a broiler? We do sexing. For those who are not sexing, you can see from the breed of the layers and the broilers.
Okay. Do you have the male and the female?
From the layer side, we have a male and a female. But from this side, we just do broilers.
You have both broilers?
The broiler that we're doing is cob. We have got a variety of broilers. We have got the 500 cob variety, and we have got the Kenbro, which is also the broiler. But for the difference between the two, you can get it from the layer side.
From the layer side?
Yeah, of which we do, we differentiate between the layer and the broiler.
So after this process, after this process, what actually happens? So who are your target market, or where are these going to be taken?
We receive orders from our clients outside there, placing different number of chicks, of which after processing, we do deliver to them as according to the placements.
Can you mind now about the
Kenbro chicken, for my case, I'm not that old in this company. I just joined it recently. Having an idea of the Kenbro, not that much idea about it. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, how big is your warehouse so far?
Our warehouse is big, by the way. It's a big warehouse because we have got another hatch down there. We have got another one down there, and the two this side and the other one up there. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. You can actually see the kind of action that is going on here. I'm telling you, it's pretty exciting to see this happening. We're going back to you in a few minutes, Abby. Then you're going to come back where we're going to have a farmer who's going to tell us more about the warehouse, more about poultry farming, and also educate the farmers who are interested in this business on what exactly they need to do for them to be able to engage in this business and be successful. Back to you, Abby.
Well, many thanks, Julie. I don't know if you can still hear me from your end, but I'm quite intrigued by this approach towards poultry farming. And of course, what you're seeing, this day-old chicks, if I'm not wrong, Julie, but you can correct me. But really, looking at the process of getting these chicks to where they are, to delivering them to the market, just could you get us some insights on this? Well, we'll be picking back from that. And of course, that is an update really from the Kajiado County, where we have our reporter, Julia Owino, just showing us the ups and downs when it comes to poultry rearing and some of the approaches you can take back at home. Now, let's take in Julie. Very interesting update on the poultry sector, Julie. Just looking at this kind of establishment where we are seeing a lot of people coming into the middle class and there's a lot of spending, how is Kenchic preparing itself to deal with demand in the market?
Okay, as far as you know, thank you so much, Abby, first of all. And Kenchic Farm is planning to actually get into the market by their new innovation, which is Kenbro chicken, and they also have the naked chicken. And this is something that is, okay, it's already in the market, but they have a new innovation, which at this particular time, we have a farmer who can give us much details about the Kenbro chicken and also the naked chicken, if you can cross over to him and get more details about this chicken. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Do you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Kenbro. I'm a Kenchic farmer. I've been doing poultry with Kenchic for quite a while now. I have my 9-10 years now. Yeah, doing poultry, in this case Kenbro, which has been the breed of choice. We also have the naked neck, and we also have Sasso, which we are actually getting from Kenchic as a good alternative for the free-range kienyeji chicken.
Okay. Do you mind explaining to us why Kenchic decided to change the direction? Change the shift to Kenbro chicken and also the naked neck chicken.
Well, looking at the dynamics in the market, apart from the broilers that people have been, eating, there is also this preference that people talk about kienyeji every time. But there are also challenges with the kienyeji because you really don't get a very good growth rate out of it. So Kenchic thought now there's an opportunity to, get to fill the gap for the customer. And that's how they developed the Kenbro chicken. And it's actually a better growing bird, better performer in terms of growth rate. And when you compare the kienyeji eggs that people eat, obviously you'll get more eggs from a Kenbro. Yes.
And also, if you don't mind, please clarify to us, for a farmer who's interested to actually invest in the Kenbro chicken and naked neck chicken, what do they need to do? What research do they need to have at hand for them to be successful in this new innovation?
Thank you very much for that question. Now, looking at the requirements as a farmer, you are looking at a bird that you'll be assured of good productivity. And in this case, the reason why one would look at Kenbro, and in the process of starting off, obviously you need to have a good farm and then look for a good source of the chick, because apart from the farm, you need a good viable chick, and this is assured when you get to Kenchic.
And how are you planning to venture into the market? Because we've had such innovations before. And how are you going to convince your target market this is the best way you should go? This is the best thing that you're supposed to introduce in your families, or this is the best business you're supposed to take? What is the unique thing that is in Kenbro chicken?
Now, Kenbro chicken, as I have mentioned, there are two major facets that we look into the best quality, into quality of Kenbro. One being the growth rate. Obviously, it's a better grower than the kienyeji. And two, it's when you look at egg production. In terms of quality, as long as you get a Kenbro, which is a Kenchic breed, you are also assured of quality of the product. So as a farmer, when I rear Kenbro, I'm also able to trade well in the market because I can confidently go to my customers and tell them this is a product, it's a quality product, and it's well grown. This other advantage where you can grow kitchen as a free range also gives you an advantage because it gives you a good product that is tasty meat, and obviously you will get to the market at a shorter period than if you went to kienyeji. So yes, I would advise a farmer to go to Kenbro or even neck and neck. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We've heard from one of the farmers themselves. And if you could cruise over to this side to one of the managers of Kenchic in Kenya, he can tell us more what is going on around this area and the poultry business. How is it doing so far in Kenya? Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
What is your name, please?
Dr. Meso. I'm the head of veterinary services at Kenchic.
Dr. Meso, please tell us, how is poultry farming business doing in Kenya so far and even regionally?
There's a lot of interest in poultry farming in this country. We are seeing it in the county government. There's a lot of farmers with interest in keeping broilers, layers, and more so the slow-growing bird, which is now the talk of town, the Kenbro. Yes.
Tell us what goes on around the Kenchic Farm. How does this happen? We can see a lot of activities happening around here. We have so many workers, and on this end we also have other activities. Please just tell us how the process goes on.
Yeah, basically this is Kenchic Hatchery. Where we are is the egg receiving room, and we receive about 150,000 eggs per day. So when they come here, we grade them. We look at the ones with cracks, we remove dirty eggs, we remove, so that all that goes into the incubators are good, fertile, clean hatching eggs. So from there, we incubate them in the hatchery, and they stay there for 18 days. So 18 days they stay there, we keep the temperatures right, we keep the humidities right, we turn them every 1 hour at 45 degrees, and then on the day 18, we transfer them to the hatchery, to the hatchers, where now they hatch, they get the time to come out of the shell, and that takes about 3 days. On the 21st day, then we transfer them. We transfer them and vaccinate them, and this is very interesting because with the new technology, we are now vaccinating our chicks at the hatchery, so that the farmer then doesn't have to wander and take time vaccinating at the farm. So we find this is very good. It's been accepted in this country, and we are doing almost 100% hatchery vaccination. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. And also, if I may ask you, this new breeding chicken, is it increasing the chances of farmers getting higher returns, or the returns are equally the same, or it's going to go lower, or what exactly is going to happen?
The Kenbro. The good thing about Kenbro is that this bird has been accepted. It is at a premium because it's a slow-growing bird, and Kenyans like kienyeji or indigenous chicken. So we brought this bird to this market because it fetches a good prime price. And the farmers who have been keeping Kenbro, they come back and tell us that they get better margins when they are selling these birds or in the hotels at a premium price. So it's very good, and we're seeing a lot of interest, not only in Nairobi, in Central Province, in Western Province, in Mombasa, and now in Uganda. There's a lot of hype, and everybody's asking for Kenbro. Yes.
All right, and my last question, I'd like to also understand, we have young people out there who want to do business, and I'm so sure, like at this particular point in time, that some of them interested in the poultry business. I mean, what is the best starting point, and at the same time, what should they expect while they're venturing into this business?
The good thing about young people is that they are now aware of the challenges that the generations are facing. Everybody is looking for good quality meat, and you can't look any further from chicken. So there's that interest because they go through the Google, they know what is good, and because it's easy and cheap to start poultry, the young people who are coming from college are able to start a poultry unit with less inputs, especially Kenbro, which requires less input, grows even on chicken waste, you know. So it's versatile, it's easy to start, and the margins are good. So we are seeing a lot of interest with the youth and the women group venturing into this business.
Thank you so much, Sir Abby. As you can see from this particular place, it's pretty much exciting, and the same managers also young people. It's possible to start this It's possible to venture into the poultry business, and as you can also see from our end here, it's pretty exciting what's happening. We have some of the eggs that are numbered, and we were just curious enough to find out what these numbers are. I mean, it's just a checkup that's happening around here, and it's just exciting. Now, to the youth, you are also advised you can actually start this business. Back to you in studio, Abby.
Well, many thanks, Julie, for that update. Quite interesting to see the inside of Kenchic. I think it's the first time we've actually taken our viewers down there in a look at what really happens behind the scenes. And I'm sure we'll be able to get some crates of eggs, and I'll be meeting the bill. And